What is good, y'all? It's your boy Cam. So I'm doing my first podcast about the Mavericks, and I want to talk about this upcoming season and my predictions for this upcoming season from the Mavericks. So, and I also want to talk about the big moves they made this past summer. So, we lost Derrick Jones Jr. and then we lost Josh Green and we lost Tim Hardaway Jr. But the replacements we ended up getting was Quentin Grimes, Najee Marshall, and then the biggest move we made was Klay Thompson, and we also got Spencer Dinwiddie back. So I think this is gonna be a good year for us, and then and we got a good bench this upcoming season. And now we may either Derek Lively or Daniel Gafford's gonna start. I think Lively should start because he's bigger, and we want to get him more experienced. And now he started to shoot 3-pointers. I watched his workouts for the summer, and then looked like he's gotten even better. So, and my prediction for this fall season is Oklahoma City Thunder. I can see them finishing first, and then the Minnesota Timberwolves finishing second place, and then the Mavericks finishing third, and then Denver Nuggets finishing fourth, and then the Phoenix Suns finishing fifth. That's my top five. The reason why I predict Oklahoma City Thunder to finish first is because they gotten stronger. Now they got another big Isaiah Hartenstein, and then they end up getting another big move, Alex Caruso. And it's going to be an interesting season. And then I think how we finish third is, I just think we'll get third place this year. And then I expect us to play even Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs again. And I don't think it's gonna be even tougher because everybody's gonna come back better. The West is just strong. Period. The Western Conference is very, very, very strong. And I honestly thought we would beat the Boston Celtics, and then because the Eastern Conference is not as strong as the West, and then everybody thought, Boston hadn't played nobody, but when we played them, they was too powerful, and Kyrie couldn't even play so well in Boston because the fans were on him and everything, and he played for Boston too, and then he went to Brooklyn, and then obviously the teams that he played for just weren't the right place for him. Honestly, now that Kyrie is here with us, it's a better fit for him. Everybody loves him. People are not on to him and everything. And I respect Kyrie. I haven't had a problem with him ever since he came here. He's totally fine. He loves it here. And then I'm just glad he decided to stay with us and sign that 3-year deal. And then also, and Klay Thompson gets that 3-year deal with us too. And then I'm glad he chose us over the Lakers. To be honest, I honestly thought he was going to go to LA, but Klay said he wanted to win. He liked how the run that we made, and then, hey, Klay Thompson's here with us now. I'm truly excited about them this upcoming season, and I think the Mavericks just need one more big move. That's it. They just need to make one more trade. I think we need to trade is Maxi Kleber, or Jaden Hardy, for another a defensive player like Dorian Finney-Smith or somebody. Because Maxi Kleber, he's just not the same anymore. He's constantly hurt, and I just think we just need to make one more big move, and then I think we'll be straight 100%. And then if Klay can perform well like he did in Golden State, we'll be really good. I think Klay will at least average about 15, 16 points a game. So about this upcoming season, I know our first game, our home openers against the San Antonio Spurs, we go against Victor Wembanyama, and they made some moves by getting Chris Paul, and then they got a draft pick, and they ended up getting Harrison Barnes. I think the Spurs going to be a little bit better from this past season, but I don't see them as a playoff team or a play-in. They're still young, and then it's just going to take time for them to develop. And Victor Wembanyama is going to come back even stronger this year. I'm expecting him to. And I almost forgot. The Mavericks made another big move, and they ended up getting a rookie from Arizona who's the 7'5". That's who he signed like a 1 year deal with us, but he could get some playing time, but I don't know if he'll play a lot. I can see him playing at least like 10 to 15 minutes a game, just like for defensively especially when we play against Victor Wembanyama or Kristaps Porzingis. We definitely need him that 7'5" guy. Jamarian Sharp is his name actually. We definitely need him when we go against Victor Wembanyama or and Kristaps Porzingis. Basically for defense. That's what we mainly need him for. That's what we just need Jamarian Sharp for. And honestly, he didn't look too bad over that summer league. I watched him play. He looked alright. He wasn't too bad, but is he good as Victor Wembanyama? Hell no. Hell no, he's not. But we're gonna see though. We'll see how he does, and then he comes off not too bad. We'll be good, man. It's just that's just how it is. And then so we our second game of the season, our first road game of the season is at the Phoenix Suns, and I can see us getting a dub, but it'll be a good game. It, it's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be interesting, especially for the Western Conference. It's gonna be interesting how the season goes, and then you got and you can't forget you got the Memphis Grizzlies. You got John Morant's coming back, and then they got Jaren Jackson Jr. coming back too, and they drafted a 7-footer Zach Edey from Purdue, a 7-footer, and yeah, the Grizzlies and John Morant can just stay out of trouble, man, and they stay healthy. Oh yeah, they definitely can be a tough team too. Yeah, and honestly, the Mavericks could be anybody. They could be anybody, and what could have like before we got B.J. Washington and Daniel Gafford, we were a decent team, and then well, I mean, we tried to get Kyle Kuzma to come here, and then the Wizards asked him, "Do you want to go to Dallas?" And he was like, "No." And then Kuzma is gonna be like Kyrie and Luka ain't no title contenders. I'm like, really? We just made it to the finals, even though we didn't win it. But I was kind of pretty mad when Kuzma decided not to come here just because we weren't no title contenders. I think the reason he didn't want to come here because he knows that he wasn't gonna get the ball a lot. He just didn't want to play with Luka. That's just my thing. And plus, Kyle Kuzma already has a championship ring too with the Los Angeles Lakers back in 2020. And then, hey, that was his choice. But now, we can forget about that because we got Klay Thompson now. I think he'll be like our third leading scorer for this upcoming season, as long as he just stays healthy. And I'm excited, man. It's just this upcoming season will be very, very interesting how it goes. And then definitely looking forward to going to one of the games this upcoming fall season. But yeah, man. And I think gosh, and it's gonna be a fun year. And again, I think Lively should be starting because he's a little bigger, and then he's gotten stronger too. Yeah, and think about look who you got come off the bench. So he's either maybe Spencer Dinwiddie or Dante Exum's gonna be the second string. I think Spencer Dinwiddie should be the second stringer just because he's a little bit more. He's been in the league for a long time, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting is either Dante Exum or Spencer Dinwiddie will be the second stringer. Then you got Quentin Grimes coming off the bench, a very good shooter, and he's a better close. He close out shots better than Josh Green does. He's more physical, and then you got Najee Marshall coming off the bench, one of the best defenders in the NBA when he came from the Pelicans. Like when I watched his highlights, it's like, oh wow, Najee is much better defender than Derrick Jones Jr. is. And then you got Maxi Kleber coming off the bench, and he's not a bad defender. And then you got Daniel Gafford, who also is a great defender as a big. Yeah, this bench for the Mavericks is very very loaded, and then it's gonna be a good season, man. And now that basketball season's like almost a month away, so I know first game, our first preseason game, we opened up against the Memphis Grizzlies, but not and everybody's not going to play the whole entire game. And then we got the Utah Jazz, and then we have the Milwaukee Bucks, and we got the Los Angeles Clippers for preseason game too. So that's a pretty tough preseason schedule, even though the starters are not going to play the whole game. But I'm expecting it to be a very packed preseason games, just because all the big moves we made, especially Klay Thompson. Now he came here with us. I'm expecting the games to be packed as hell. And then and there's been talks about Luka getting MVP, and then it's either going to be him, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or Nikola Jokic. Honestly, Jokic has been getting MVP for quite a while. I'm about tired of him getting MVP. I just and there has been talks about Luka could get MVP, but I think he can. But I'm not too really worried about Luka getting MVP. I really just want him to get a championship ring. That's what I really care about. Is him getting the ring. If Luka just stay healthy and just quit pouting to the refs, that's what Luka needs to quit doing. He needs to quit pouting to the refs so much. It's just we need him on the floor, but hey, that's just Luka's character. That's what he does. So Jason Kidd tried to get him to stop pouting to the refs. Even Carlisle tried to get him to stop complaining to the refs when he was coaching with us. But that's his Luka. But hey, as long as he's staying here, we'll be all right. It's just I love watching Luka play. Just I've loved him ever since he became a rookie, and he was supposed to go to Atlanta for the draft pick, but we ended up trading for him, and he came to us. And then honestly, I was like, okay, now when I seen him play, I was like, now I see why we got Luka instead of Trae Young. But don't get me wrong, Trae Young's a good player too. But Luka, he's stronger. He can get he's all around. Trae Young's just more of like just a 3-point shooter. He's like kind of version of Stephen Curry, I would say. And then yeah, man, like we'll see what happens this upcoming season. Everybody stays healthy, we'll be totally fine. And well, and that includes my predictions for the Mavericks 2024 and 2025 season. But let me know what y'all think about my predictions, and I'll be definitely podcasting some game feedbacks and like how everything went and what needs to when the Mavericks need to suggestions they need to make. All right, y'all have a blessed day, and God bless y'all.